Good evening, everybody. Enough of that. Look, before we kick off, I've got an apology to make to you guys and to Bravo One, because you know how I go out into raid and I forget my helmet, and that happens more frequently than I care to admit. Today, I came out to Midlife Merck's SITREP meeting, and I forgot the camera. So poor Bravo One had to go running around and sort out a camera for us for this evening. So hopefully you're seeing us okay, you're hearing everything okay. And with that said, and I apologize, I'm going to move over to Bravo One for the official intro.
Welcome to this month's Midlife Monthly SITREP. What more is there to say? It's flown. This month has flown. We've got Folly, subscribed with Prime. They've been subscribed for 3 months. Nice to see you out there, Folly. Thank you for the subscription. We've got Shaven out there. We've got Midlife Merc's #1 fan. We've got Dark. We've got Demon. Good to see you, Demon. We've also got Redacted. Out there. How's it going, dudes? It's been a few days since we've last been in the zone.
We're feeling a little bit left out at the moment. Everything seems to, and it happens all the bloody time. Every time we go away to do something, something big happens in the game. So you guys probably know more about this wipe than we currently do in terms of actually what is happening. We know what's been said. We know what's been in the patch notes. Bravo One was talking to Caveman today, but we haven't played. So we don't know what is actually what. So depending on you guys to fill us in and tell us. Now, I will say last night I did watch a couple of different streams to try and see what was going on. So I've got a little bit of an idea, but want to hear your opinions on everything. We've got a few bits and pieces we're going to go through, a few things we're going to talk about, but then we want to hear what you're thinking about with this current update. And bearing in mind, it is just a mid-wipe update.
It is a mid-wipe update.
So yeah, interested to hear your thoughts on all of that. And by the way, as well, remember that we want these podcasts to be interactive. And the best way to make it interactive is if you guys have questions to ask. So, you know, I have a motto and a rule in life that there's no such thing as a daft question. But I'm sure Shaven will prove me wrong. But you know, seriously, if you have any questions at all that you want to ask, whether it's about the Exfilzone, the game itself, if it's about the current update, if it's about how we're getting on in the wipe, if it's about our setup, if you've any questions at all, we're happy to answer questions this evening.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we have been relatively quiet over the last couple of days. As you know, these meetings take the best part of 2 days, with the podcast being the icing on the cake. We have been keeping an eye on Discord. We have been looking at what you guys have been saying. So we have done a little bit of preparation for some of the questions, but you'll just get our honest opinion. Don't forget, guys, we've not played the update. We're itching to get on.
Yeah, and again, talking about itching to get on, you've got commitments for tomorrow.
Yes.
I've got commitments for tomorrow. We are both approximately 2 hours from home here at the moment.
Yes.
So my best hope is to dash down the M25, get in, get the headset on, and play an hour or so this evening before I have to go to bed to get up early in the morning to get out again.
Where are you going, Bravo?
I'm going to a festival.
Can anybody guess?
I'm going to a festival.
Where Bravo 2 is going. And Shaven, yes, that is the correct answer, even though he's not answered it yet. So Josh,
nice to see you out there, Josh.
Do the scavs live in shipping containers?
Well, that's a very good question. I hadn't given it any consideration.
No, I hadn't. But seem to be wandering around.
It would actually make sense, wouldn't it?
Folly's got it. Absolutely, Folly. Absolutely. And as you can see, I'm beaming with excitement for the guy.
Yeah.
Yes, Shaven Gold. Just like these items here.
Absolutely. That's why they're so popular.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I'm off to and anybody heading the same direction. You know, I'm going to Chillfest, so I should be at Chillfest tomorrow. It's been in the diary for a while, but I am now sort of like thinking, Yeah.
So I'm going to get the barbecue on tomorrow. I'm going to get the bar. Jay, cool. Good to see you, brother.
So, shall we start at the top of the list and work our way down?
Yes, let's start at the top of the list. So we've got our notes, we've got our crew at the back there. So if we need anything, we can sort us out. So yeah.
And we have our nondescript drink as well.
Nondescript. Oh, delicious.
Needed this time.
Absolutely.
Needed.
So Corey's in, lol. I noticed they added some homeless shelters in some places. Is that true? Interesting.
Well, I don't know. I mean, if you think about when you come out of the tunnel at the top end of the dam map, when you come out of that tunnel, there are containers there that have benches and stuff in them. And then if you go into, is it Camp 10? But the one with all the containers and the higher level, they've got containers with like lockers and beds and stuff like that as well.
You're onto something, guys.
So I think, you might have something there in terms of the scavs living in containers. But speaking of scavs and this new update, if any of you've played it, please do let us know. But the scav on scav stuff now.
I believe so. I'm going to wait till we get into.
So you've got elite scavs who will take out the ordinary scavs, which in my book, and I enjoy doing scav runs. I get a lot of my gear, a lot of my bankroll out of scav runs. But that's now going to make it dangerous for me to run into. The number of times I've gone into wipe, even with like 13, 15 minutes to go, and I've gone into resort and managed to get the bank vault and the upstairs safe. That happens so frequently as a scav, and you would think that contractors would have been in there and had everything out of it. Doesn't always happen. But that's going to make it extremely difficult for me now, because I quite often run past elite scavs going into the bank. And I'm quite pleased to see them there, because I know if anybody comes, I've got a little bit of backup and a little bit of protection. But now they're going to be after me.
Well, not personal, Zing. Good to see you, brother. He says, oi, oi, elite scavs on scavs makes a difference. So are the POIs, so for instance, bank and factory and dam, are they just elite scav areas, or is there a mix of other scavs and are they fighting? Because I think I read on the Discord earlier, I think it was Q-Ball that pointed out that they do fight with each other.
I think we need some clarity there, not personal. When you say it makes a difference in a good way, makes a difference in a bad way.
So J. Cool says you have to fight your way out of factory. I know that for sure. That is speaking from experience.
Okay.
Interesting.
So it's going to make scav runs
less lucrative. So back on to the update that's been released today. Again, we were looking on the Discord from last night through to this morning on our Discord, and we noticed obviously there was a few issues that you guys were flagging up. So we did reach out to Caveman to get clarification on a few things.
And as usual,
they clarified it with us. We were going to sort of let you know about it on the podcast, but they released it a few hours ago. So I think the things apparently like the hideout buff's not working. So the in-raid hydration, energy, reload speed, weight carrying, it wasn't working, but now I believe it is working. And I know there's been a few questions about bags and things going missing with the hideout changes. And I think, guys, if that has happened, I don't think, unless they're in the kiosk, I don't think, speaking from experience when we've had this before with different upgrades, I don't think they'll be coming back. So if you have lost some bags in the hideout, unless they're in your kiosk, I would say
they're gone. Interesting.
So what's not personal saying there, Bravo 2?
He says, I think that Bravo 2 on the bank resort will be looted more by players now that they can repair their armor. Yeah, absolutely. The same now, players can repair armor for factory. Yes. There's no need to avoid these areas risking your armor being damaged to face players later on in raid. Yeah. And again, I haven't played it, but how is that actually operating? I've actually seen two different people sort of critique the body armor on streams last night. I won't name the actual streams because different people had different opinions. and I want to form my own opinion on that. But with the tool itself, what I've seen some people do and testing it is absolutely shredding their armor and then repairing it. Now, my gut feeling is that if you're in raid, you're not going to wait until it's completely shredded before
You're
you
going to
patch
keep
it up.
topping it up.
You're going to patch it as you go, aren't you? So my sense is that it will last longer than some people have been saying on stream last night. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, the sense I'm getting is you use it, and a bit like a suturing device, once it's used up, it goes, it disappears.
I think it's got so much use,
Yeah.
so once it's used up, it will. So it's an idea to keep on top of your armor durability rather than let it get to zero.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
so
top it up.
I'm still on the fence. I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing. I've heard different viewpoints. I've heard people say that it's probably the worst thing that's ever happened to the game, and I've had some people say it's the best thing that's ever happened to the game. I'm going to wait and reserve my judgment until I actually get out and use it, or attempt to use it, and see if it's a benefit or if it's a pain in the neck. I don't see it as being a disadvantage or an advantage, because everybody has it. Everybody has the opportunity. My understanding is they're relatively cheap to purchase. I don't know whether it'll stay like that. That might be just an introductory phase. So watch out for that. But I can't see it being an advantage or a disadvantage when everybody can have access to it.
Absolutely. Kugler's in. Good to see you, Kugler. He says the only thing being close to being restored is the missing equipment rack in the HQ. So Shaven's lost a bag of keys. That's not the first time, Shaven.
No.
Not the first time. Armor repair should have been plates. Kugler is saying the price of one is so high, almost the same as buying another armor. I'd say it's good against these elite scavs. So I believe it's around 100,000 Exfilzone dollars, I believe. Which to some people earlier on in the game that would be quite expensive, but to other people that are end game and have got money coming out their ears, it won't be too much of an issue.
Yeah, mate, if I can't do scaverings, I'm going to, the way that I was, I'm going to be poor very, very quickly.
Yeah. So Folly Blue says, I think there should be a limit to it. 1 or 2 armor repair tools. But yeah, I did see it. Can you buy something like 18 a day?
What?
You can buy 18 armor. Could be the wrong value.
Yeah, Shaven, how do you see that working? Shaven says that it should be plates. I know in the Showdown version, the Battle Royale version, that you can pick up plates to repair your armor. And as you get hit, you can replace those plates with other plates. So I know that might not be a bad idea. It might not be a bad system. And I think then it would be a case of finding the plates in raid or spending to buy the plates. But then you've got to carry plates. So that might not have been a bad idea, mister.
It's still the first 24 hours, though.
Yeah.
Well, pretty much just over.
I'm reserving judgment. I am reserving judgment.
So, guys, let us know what your thoughts are on the armor repair. Have you used it? Does it work? Is it terrible? I'd love to know opinion, because we are itching to play. We've got no experience with any of this stuff. I can't wait to see the hideouts upgrade. And Shaven says, I'm not buying a DLC that costs more than the game. Yeah, we'll get... I am gonna buy the DLC. I will do everything to support Caveman in what they're doing.
I have an opinion on this as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never really been a big fan of DLCs, but I will buy this DLC, and I'll buy any of the DLCs that come out, because I will support what Caveman are doing. However, and guys, if you're listening, Lon or any of the crew that are listening, consider a subscription model. Now, I know there'll be viewers out there that will be screaming the roof off, going, no, we're not paying a subscription. But you think about this. This is a small team of developers who are working night and day on this as a product. It's a business. And when they sell it once, that's a limited income coming into their business. And once that drains and runs out, they've still got to pay developers. They've still got to pay for server space. They've still got to pay for offices. They've got a lot of, and I'm looking at it from a business point of view. Whereas if they had a cheaper front end price for the game, but then a subscription model where you paid a small amount every month. And look, people do it with apps. You get apps on your phone and you're paying £2-3 for an app, £5 for an app, £7 for an app. And people do it without querying it. And they probably never even use the freaking app. They're paying for it year in, year out and never using it. Whereas with a game like this, with a product like this, you're using it regularly. I'm using it daily. I probably shouldn't be, but I'm using it daily.
It's an addiction. And
for a couple of quid a month, I would be happy to pay a subscription rather than have them have to force out DLCs to make a buck, to keep things afloat, to keep things moving. Because like any business, it needs fuel, and that fuel is money. And the only way that they can get that money at the moment is by creating DLCs.
Yeah.
Or selling more of the game. So there's only a couple of different ways that you can make money in business. Increase your price, number one, sell more of what you actually do, number two, or sell something different to the same customers, to the existing customers, right? So they're opting to sell something different to existing customers rather than increase the price. And although that will work, in my opinion, I'm going on to a rant now.
You are.
Because I got my business head on, right? But it will work in the short term, but then as the drain on resources comes evident again, they'll have to introduce another DLC. Whereas if you did a subscription model, it would take the pressure off having to introduce DLCs. Yeah. You'd have regular cash flow coming through the business and be able to deal with any of the bumps and things that happen in normal business life. So that's my opinion. And it's not something that I know that Caveman are thinking about or doing, but if they did, I would support that.
Yeah, like Not Personal says, Golf Plus VR has a yearly subscription for £60 for all the courses and maps, plus the base price of the game. Yeah, and Folly Blues is saying like they could look at in-game sponsorships and things like that. Possibly, absolutely could. And we've got Kent's 556 following the channel. Good to see you out there, Kent. Thank you for the follow. And Not Personal, armor repair for me, playing as a 3-stack is OP. If you don't go down first time, you can repair and continue the fight. This is a major disadvantage to solos or duos fighting a 3-stack. That is a very, very valid point, Not Personal. Very, very valid point. But again, until we get into it.
Is it though? When you think about it, if you're fighting a trio as a solo anyway.
A trio?
That's what he's saying, isn't it? You're fighting a 3-stack.
Yeah.
Trio. Yeah.
Oh, trio. I thought you said trio. It's been a long day.
A 3-stack. If you're fighting a 3-stack, even now today, without the armor repair, you're at a disadvantage, really. But if you've now got a repair kit and they've got a repair kit, you're not no worse than this. That's my again until I play it, until I use it. But in my head, it's like if they've got a repair kit and you've got a repair kit, what is the issue? How many can you bring into raid? If you can buy 18 of them a day, how many can you actually bring into raid with you?
So Not Personal makes another good point. He says, as a trio, one of them can back off to repair while the other teammates keep the pressure on.
Okay.
Which is...
Yeah, okay.
And then obviously they can keep doing that, can't they? So the second guy gets injured, backs away, repairs, comes back, and it's a constant swap. It's like a tag team.
Yeah, okay. I'll concede. I think you could say the same thing about medding up. You'll get that.
Yeah.
You can chop away at them and break their legs and cut them up. One will pull back. We have this already in the game. This is just another level of having that. So
yeah.
Again, I reserve judgment until I use it, but I don't really see it as a disadvantage. I mean, everything that you're talking about is exactly the same. If, let's say today was the first day that they introduced suture devices, right?
Go on, this has got legs.
It would be the same argument, wouldn't it? It would be exactly the same argument. Oh, they can, one of them can drop back and repair his legs. Well, they're doing that now anyway. They're doing that at the moment. This is just a new piece of kit that's going to do that, and you've got the option to do exactly the same thing.
Yeah, that's that.
So I'm not convinced it's a disadvantage. I'm not convinced it's an advantage either.
Don't forget, Personal's played it.
Yeah.
Cooper says, carry their impact nades. Absolutely. I've got no grenades left. I probably won't have any grenades left at all if my bag has disappeared. And Shaven, I'm not going to read that comment out, but that was pretty much how our Wednesday night stream went, mate. We got absolutely destroyed. I'm still hurting from that. Still hurting from Wednesday night stream. That was crazy talk. Crazy. So come on then, guys. Get us some. What have you found in this update that we don't know about? What are your thoughts? Leg metal will prevail since it disregards armor. Leg metal will always prevail, Kugler. Always. If in doubt, take the legs out. That's what someone said.
Yeah, Folly, I like your thinking on that. And, you're right. Sponsorship from big organizations may be a way to go. But you've got to look at these large organizations. They need numbers. Before they throw money at anything, they need numbers, and they need consistent numbers.
Take the banner off, cue balls in. Good to see you, cue ball.
Thank you. There you go. Banners off. So yeah, it's a game, isn't it? I mean, to get in-game sponsorship, you need to be demonstrating that you've got some large numbers for that. I genuinely, and let's have a straw poll, right? If you thought that by introducing a sponsorship model, not a sponsorship model, a subscription model, so a couple of quid, a couple of dollars, whatever you want to call it, a few dollars a month to play this game, but you knew that the development team were being paid well enough to work on all of the cracks that need to be resolved, that they wouldn't have to introduce DLCs but could focus on other aspects of the game. Is it something that you would be supportive of? Or would you like say, no, if it's a sponsorship, if it's a subscription model, I'm not interested? Because I know I would carry on, and I even know in my head at what price I would say no. And there has to be a point where you go, that's a no-brainer, or that's definitely out for me. So straw poll, guys, what would you consider it, and at what price would you consider it?
Good to see you out there, Bradley.
And bear in mind as well, if today was day one and the game was only being introduced today, and the hype around it was as good as it was when it was introduced, where you're going, well, I've got to get my hands on that, but it's day one and it is a subscription model, would you have done it?
So Kugler says, if there was a sub, it would probably cut a ton of the younger player base because they don't have credit cards. Potentially, it would. I agree. Yeah. It would alter the player base. I agree.
I don't know that it would be huge, because as a parent, I know that I pay for some subscriptions for my son for some of the games that he plays online.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and there are games that they're playing that are subscribed to, and there's also like purchasing Robux and stuff like that. So as a parent, we would do that. Yes, there may be some parents who won't, and yes, they probably will lose some of the kid player base, but...
So Q-Ball says he agrees with not personal with the armor repair. You must have heals and sutras as a core part of the game. Fair point. Every extraction shooter has it. Armor repair is different, and no other extraction shooter has this. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure Arena Breakout has some form of armor repair, because I have played that game to a degree, but I can't remember how that works. But again, we are still only just 24 hours into the update, so it is there is a lot of shock and a lot of sort of...
Yeah, I'm just reading not personal. So I do get it, not personal. I hear where you... Yeah. It makes perfect sense.
This raid is sponsored by Vaseline, so Bravo One doesn't feel like he's been taking it without any lubrication again. Mate, it still hurts. It still hurts. Wednesday night stream still hurts. I think the armor repair needs tweaking, maybe longer use and less durability.
Did you say hello to Bradley? I missed
I did say hello to Bradley. Other games have a way to swap plates, but not a way to magically repair your armor in this way. No, that's fair. That's a fair point, Q-Ball. That's a fair point.
Yeah, and as I said, even the Battle Royale version of Contractors plates.
So I think that's something that we need to practice with when we get on this weekend. We'll make sure that we're taking some armor repairs into the raid to see how it works, and we'll be doing that on Sunday as well.
With any luck, I might live longer.
Yeah, well, you never know. You never know. So we'll do this. We'll do this as a test on stream on Sunday as well, guys. So when we're doing the community chaos, we'll make sure that we're bringing some armor repairs in. Not per should be close to 1 million for me for the. Yeah, I do agree that if it's only costing about 100,000 Exfil dollars, it does potentially need a bit of a price tweak so that it's not overused. Sinning Vengeance, good to see you out there. So Q-Ball's in with this. Something I haven't seen anyone else mention is that one of the changes was low tier armor being damaged slower than high tier. We need to test it to see how it works. Is that true, Q-Ball? Low tier armor being damaged slow. So low tier armor damages slower than high tier. So it gives you a little bit more longevity in the durability. Right, that is interesting. That is interesting. I hadn't seen that. Get the patch notes up, BRAVOTEAM. Don't worry, Q-Ball, we've got you.
Patch notes. Dun, dun, dun. As if by magic, and everything's going to work absolutely wonderfully. You should have, wait for it, on your screen. On your screen, you should have patch notes.
Excellent.
How's that?
Excellent. There you go, Q-Ball. George, good to see you, brother. Where's your paragraph of positivity? So let's have a look. I'm going to have to turn around to read it. Dun, dun, dun.
Bring them up on your.
I've got several things open. I haven't told me to keep an eye on.
Right, so we got added a new DLC, added the Revolver DLC, added the DLC character, added the DLC mission series. So that's all part of the new DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my question with that is, what am I supposed to do with a revolver?
Take it into raid and shoot people with it.
Why?
So let me have a look.
I can't use a rifle. How am I going to manage with a revolver?
So is that in today's patch?
What's he looking for?
The armor durability difference. Oh, here we go. Armor restore spray. So armor with a higher vulnerability value is less durable and has lower effective durability. It repairs quickly, but also degrades quickly. So is this the sort of attempted balance with it then? Armor with a lower vulnerability value is tougher, but repairs more slowly. So this is a sort of trait. Q-Ball, this is gold. I had not even seen this. Lower tier armor repairs faster with suffers less loss, and higher tier armor repairs more slowly and suffers greater loss. Right. Interesting.
Right. In idiot's terms, explain to me what the advantage or disadvantage of that is.
So high tier armor. Let me just read this out. Hold on.
Don't just read back to me what's on the screen. I can read it.
We need to understand this. So armor with a higher vulnerability value is less durable and has lower effective durability. It repairs quickly, but also degrades quickly.
So if I'm wearing a Mountain Dew,
yeah,
and you're wearing a
IOTV,
yeah, what you're saying is my repair, is more effective than your repair.
Yes.
That
looks like?
Am I getting this right?
It's so yours will suffer more durability loss, whereas mine won't. Is that right, Q-Ball? Are we reading that correctly? Because that's something.
It says the high tier will suffer greater loss.
Yeah, so it'll repair quicker, but it'll not repair to a decent durability level. I believe
the higher level.
The higher level,
which gives the lower level a bit more of an advantage.
A bit more of an advantage in firefights. Yeah, we're all good, thanks, Bradley. We're just trying to get to the bottom of the patch notes because we are as you know, we've been away for the last 2 days prepping for a few different things, and we haven't played yet, mate. We haven't played. Have you got on and played, Bradley? Let me know.
Mojo Rising, thanks for the follow.
Excellent.
You have found us in our midlife. I'm sorry, yeah,
Midlife. Go on.
Exfilzone sit rep. Go on, you do it.
Midlife monthly sit rep.
There we go. Midlife month. I'm glad you said it every month, not me.
So Folly's saying, so are you better off going with a mid armor like a Rampage? By the sounds of it, Folly, if you're going with a mid tier armor like a Rampage, then obviously your repairs will be more effective, but obviously you won't have the damage reduction of a high tier armor. So it's kind of, this does need testing. This does need testing. No, if nobody's mentioned that is a balance that is working against the armor repair advantage. So if, for instance, Not Personal, Psycho Mantles and Jackie are all running IOTVs and you're keeping the fight sort of even, their armor durability will suffer more than your mid-tier armor. This is interesting. This is interesting. This is very interesting. That's a great pickup, that is, Q-Ball. A great pickup. Dun, 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 dun. So Muzzer's out there. George is saying it's time for shotgun kills again, 50 of them, 15 on each 3 maps. Oh, is this the new missions? Is this the new missions? Bradley's on a 7-watch streak. So let's talk about this DLC then, guys. Obviously, I can see it's an expensive DLC. Doesn't appear to have much on the face of it from a purchaser's point of view, looking at the notes. But inside,
who's bought it?
Hands up if you bought it.
Who's actually got the DLC?
It looks like the DLC includes a lot of, if you follow the quest line, that it includes a lot of gear and things. I appreciate it is behind a paywall, which is understandably frustrating for some, but I don't think it is just as, I think there is a lot in it, like with the other ones that you get where you get loads of stuff straight into your kiosk, but you have to play through the missions on this one.
Singing Vengeance says you can't buy it on Quest 3.
There has been an issue on Quest 3, and I think they are looking into it from what I gather from the patch notes today. JJ's got it, but he gets them all anyway. Okay.
Yeah, Curry, that's what we're talking about right now. That's what we're just trying to get to the bottom of. When you said price, I haven't even looked.
It's about $17.99, I think.
$17.99. Okay, cool.
And with the game being on sale at the minute, it's more expensive than the game. I think that is what's ruffling a few feathers.
Oiking people. Yeah. So JJ, you got it. What's included that is, I don't know, different, useful, that you think might be worth the investment? What is it?
So George is saying, I didn't buy the DLC. It's too expensive for a revolver skin and a few quests. There are new quests available now anyway without having to buy them, and they come with daily rewards. But don't the quest lines reward you with lots of items, George, like decent armors and ammo and weaponry? Because I'm sure I saw there's an AK max attached. I know we don't all run them. Decent little weapon to modify. An M4 max attaches in with the... I think a lot of the value of it is hidden in the quests.
So you're releasing valuable stuff in the quest
in the quest lines.
Right, okay.
So JJ says a big F-off pistol and a couple of armors. Okay.
But as far as the quest line is concerned, JJ, what do you actually get in the quest line? Or is that released as you do bits, or do you know at each stage what you're going to get, what's going to be released to you? Well, again, we have to reiterate, we have not seen it yet. We're away. Because we're PC VR, we can't use our headsets natively. Yeah. So we're away at the moment. We're not likely to be online until, well, I might get on this evening if I get back on time.
You just had a notification on the computer.
A notification on the computer?
I heard it go ding dong.
Okay.
So I'm just panicking.
No, don't panic.
I'm not panicking.
No, don't panic. Relax. We're all good. Everything's going to work.
Everything's going to work.
I made my mistake for this week. I forgot the camera, right? Okay.
So Polly says,
I made my mistake.
I mentioned this in the Discord, but if it was $15, I wouldn't think twice. But at 20, I tend to hesitate and second guess. I haven't got it yet for that reason.
So it's $20 US, is it?
$20 US, and I think it's about $17.99, give or take, guys. I've not looked at it since last night, so I'm assuming it's around that price point from what I've read. I have been to sleep since then when I was looking at the DLCs last night. I think for $79, again, I have seen that it contains some stuff hidden in the quest lines, so I probably will. I'll be getting it anyway, just to support them.
Yeah, I mean, I will. But again, we haven't had we haven't had a response, either negative or positive, to the whole idea of a subscription model.
Right.
It would genuinely be interesting, guys, to hear your thoughts on that. Like a small, and I'm sure that you have subscriptions. I'm sure for either, whether it's health apps or weight apps, or there's going to be other game apps that people have.
It'd make it more palatable. Like I say, if it would be, if you're not paying these high amounts.
Yeah.
But again, so Corey's saying in Canada it's 27 Canadian dollars. So again, it's quite a, it is almost another game, that is, isn't it? You can purchase a decent game for 27, especially if you're getting offers and things on the Steam store and stuff like that. Health Rose is in. Good to see Health Rose. The price has been a shock compared to the others. Yeah, again, I think the value of it is built into the DLC, not necessarily on face value, but once you get into it and you work through the quests, I think that's where the value is hidden. But correct me if I'm completely wrong. Muzzer's got the DLC. Always put them support the devs. The amount of hours I've enjoyed this game, the total cost so far is cheap compared to some things in life.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
100%. 100%. Yeah, I do agree completely.
If I want DLC gear, I will just kill people who have it. That is you all over, Shaven. Take it off them, brother. Remember when we did when they did the compensation store and we did those streams where compensation claims hotline?
Yeah.
And we were taking compensation kits off everybody. We've not done anything like that for a while. I've not killed anyone for about a week.
Okay, so with the subscription model, Foley's saying it really depends on what you get for the ongoing cost. They really have to wow me to pay a sub, honestly.
All updates, all obviously the game, the updates. It's just something that we've just been.
Yeah, it's just many other organisations operate on a subscription model, and it's a good way for the business to have cash flow to keep doing what it needs to do. Because at the end of the day, once they've sold, as it stands at the moment, once they've sold a product, in this case a game, and there's no recurring revenue after that, you've got a pot of money from the original sale of the product, and the only way to get more money in is to sell more of the product. But then you've got to also work on repairing issues within the product, developing the product to keep people interested in it. You've got all these things to do while you're also trying to push sales. Whereas if you had a subscription model, there's less of an emphasis on pushing sales and more of an emphasis on development.
Yeah.
And repairing and solving and all of that good stuff that everybody wants.
But on the other foot, you've got games that are free to play, grade A title games that are free to play and just microtransactions. That's all I'm going to say. The gaming industry is in a strange place with stuff like that. Yeah, I still can't get my head around all the microtransactions on some of these games.
But again, within this game, apart from a DLC, there's no microtransactions. No. If you had to spend X number of dollars to buy stock or to get stuff, if you to buy tools or whatever, and you say, as you say, microtransaction, you squirrel away 20 quid or 20 bucks into an account, and you'd pick away at it, wouldn't you? You'd buy your armor and you'd buy your bits and pieces and so on and so forth. So I like the idea of a subscription model, and I'm not gonna shy away from it. We might as well say it. My day business is based on a subscription model, so I just know the benefits, the cash flow benefits of having that sort of setup.
So George is saying, Muzza, I'm with you. I support the game too, but the DLC should just cost €10. For that money, I could get a whole game like Breaches. Yeah, absolutely. J. Cool says, I've bought all the other DLCs, but don't see spending $20 for it. Maybe wait for discount later. See what happens, J. Cool. Again, it's a strange one, but I think the value is inside the DLC, not the face value on it. I genuinely do. I will try it, I will buy it, and I will report back. I'm sure other people will report back.
Absolutely. So Health Rose.
Go on, I was on that one. Go.
Yeah. So do you think the DLC will add more tasks, or do you think they will charge for each part of the story?
Well, one thing that I will tell you, that the Bravo team story will never cost you a penny. Bravo team story will never cost you a penny.
Cheap plug there. Plug.
If you've not already seen it, look below the Twitch, look at the Exfilzone movies, go and watch the story-based movies that we do. They will never cost a penny. However, do you think the next five DLC will add more tasks? Hopefully they will add more tasks. I don't know. I just, Health Rose, with the way that the business model is, we don't know whether they're going to be charging for each part of the story or how it's going to develop. There is every possibility that will be the case.
Yeah. Guys, I'm going to ask a favor right now, a little bit selfish across you. All of you guys out on YouTube at the moment, give us a heart. Just pop on a heart. The reason I'm just purely selfish, it will help to push us out further on the algorithm.
Stick a like on it as well.
Any kind of interaction that you've had, just drop a comment, stick a heart up, do a like. That will push the algorithm out further, so people who are looking at or interested in games like Exfilzone will then be
brought in.
Yeah,
brought in.
So just help us out by doing that, guys.
So we've got Guru Pair 33, first time chat. Good to see you out there, mate. If you've not already, just hit the follow button.
Excuse me.
A man after my own heart. Will the Seika 17 SSR get its sound back? First and second wipe, this gun had an amazing sound, but now it sounds the same as a normal Seika. The sound of a Seika 17 ringing out off hospital roof was one of the most terrifying sounds you could hear in Exfilzone. Before they brought the G3s out, before they brought the fouls out, I'm with you. Forget the scab on scab violence. Bring back the Seika 17 SSR sound. So Nijak says, it mostly as a support for the DLC for those who have done all tasks already. If they swap tasks around each wipe but keep this one intact, it will mainly be an extra task line from the start that when you are close, you can get some by doing the tasks on the fly. At the same time, that might slow down the original progress each wipe. Yes, if you're having to get involved in other quest lines, that's a good point.
Yeah,
that is a good point, Nijak.
Yeah.
So J. Cole's still got issues with his Halloween DLC. We're supposed to get an armor unlimited, but they changed that. Yeah, agree, J. Cole. However, with the game being in alpha phase, I think it is open to interpretation and change how the developers see fit. You saw how that was abused through the start of the last wipe by many, many people to a great advantage, which I was all ready for. Obviously, we can't do that now, so I understand why they've done it, but equally, I do think that we should have access to that armor, at least higher durability than 60, more regularly. But it doesn't matter to us now, Jake. We're up there, aren't we, mate? We're up there. We've got the prom dresses.
Hey Taz, yeah, there are a lot of people saying that they'll purchase the DLC to support the devs, which is fantastic. But again, how would you feel about a subscription model?
Bravo 2 needs to check his WhatsApp messages. Oh yeah, just ignore that. Ignore that bit to the bottom.
What's happened?
You can see your WhatsApp messages.
Yeah, believe it or not, I mean, it gets worse than that. If you think about my day job, I get lots and lots of messages. You'd be surprised at the number of emails. Does it show emails up there now?
No, luckily,
yeah.
Luckily not.
Yeah,
luckily not. But can you see how much he checks Discord as well, guys?
And that's because I'm too busy doing these ones.
Yeah.
But thanks for the advice.
Excellent. So let's see what. So Taz has got a good point. A subscription, I don't think I would take it because I don't play as much as I would like. That's a fair point. People that don't play it as religiously as some people, Bravo 2, may not see the advantage of paying into a subscription fee if they want to just pick it up and play as and when you want to do it. That is a valid point, Taz. A valid point.
No, I get it. I mean, but again, in response to that, I have a chess app on my phone, and I'm paying for that on a monthly subscription, right? And I think the last time I actually used it was probably about 6 months ago.
Fair point.
Yeah. But I'm not cancelling the subscription because I will probably want to
play it.
Yeah.
So George says, I'm almost 100% sure that the price will go down. They only set it so high right now because they know there will be a lot of people willing to pay that much for it. So why not take advantage of it? Yeah, I don't know whether I think if they lower the price, that would be a bold move for those that have paid full price for it. Muzzer wouldn't mind the subscription-based system if it had been done from the start. Exactly, Muzzer. So Golf Plus has a subscription, and that seems very popular. Yeah, absolutely. But it would have needed to have been done from the very beginning, because I think a change right now would be the wrong move. JJ is currently on a 45 stream streak, and I think we've only done 45 streams on Twitch. So well done, JJ. You are #1 stalker. Nichak subscription. I think they should have the base game without a sub to draw player base, but maybe a subscription to extra features within the game, like tournament or other game modes connected to easy for more hardcore play. And would that sort of fall into the lines of, like, I'm not saying it would. I'm thinking battle pass. I don't want a battle pass. Forget that idea. But that is falling into the same realms of the battle passes in other games that people happily pay a monthly thing for. So again, that is a good idea. Tabor has released a supporter pack that promises all future DLCs for free. Caveman should do something like that. Yeah, Tabor with their Legacy Edition, I think, is going to go through a very, very split player base very shortly. I'm not going off on a tangent there, but that's you know, my heart is still there, guys. So it's not. I'm just going to shut up. This is pretty much the only game I play. So if I had the right value, sorry to skip them. If it had the right value for having to buy a DLC to get the perk, I would seriously consider paying a fee.
Yeah. Me purely with a business head on, I wouldn't have an issue because I know what it takes to run a business, and particularly a business that you have to constantly develop things in. It's very difficult to do things on a one-off cost and keep the business running, keep the business afloat, because you're chasing sales. Whereas if you know that you have a regular source of income coming in, you don't have to chase those sales, which leaves you free to focus on other things.
Absolutely. And the guys at Caveman, as you can see, 24 hours after the update, and we know you reported it, Renez, we know you reported it, they've got a fix out for the issues that were in game. There's people working on this game all the time. Everything's been looked into that's getting reported. Things like the guys, they're working on it. So don't think that it's just left to stagnate.
Yeah,
it's always been worked on and always been developed, and these things need paying for. So Q-Ball, I think a lot of people who bought the DLC just for the player skin, I think people bought this one for the skin and revolver. The quest line doesn't seem to be like a big draw. I think they could do well with paid skins and paid hideout cosmetics. Great idea, Q-Ball. And Taz is saying we have to think about getting new players in. I paid for my friend's game at first so he would not be intimidated by the price, but after he paid for the DLC because we love the game. Absolutely. Well done for paying for your friend's game.
Excellent.
That's really getting another player into the game.
But you know that one of the best ways to get other players into the game is to start talking about it on all of the social channels that you're involved in. You know, in different Discords that you're in, on YouTube where you are now. You know, positive comments about the game will attract people too, because people will want to know what's this about, is it worth the money, and so on and so forth. Yeah,
absolutely. Valga, good to see you out there. Have a wonderful evening, you too, my friend. Thank you for hopping into YouTube and saying hello. It feels like it's been a while. We've just not played since Wednesday, since that beating we had on Wednesday.
We get withdrawal symptoms. Isn't it interesting though? You know, Wednesday hasn't affected me half as much as it's affected Bravo One. He's not used to being beaten. I'm used to it all the time.
Beaten is a polite word for it.
You got bent over and spanked.
More than spanked, mate. Folly is in with an absolute corker here. They should offer a normal toilet in the bathroom for a cost. We all know Big C would pay for it. Where's Big C? Where's Big C? Big C. We've got an idea. Pitch it to him, Folly. Pitch it to him. Let's have a look.
Where are we?
Well, I think
we drifted away from the list.
Drifted well away from the list.
Didn't you have an announcement to make?
No, you had an announcement to make.
Did I have an
Your
announcement?
baby. It's your baby.
Did you not have an announcement to make?
No.
No?
You know all the ins and outs, and the same as the intro to the podcast rolls off my tongue. This rolls off your tongue.
It does?
Yes, absolutely. So while it's fairly busy,
ladies and gentlemen, drum roll please, as we introduce for one night only, as we introduce the, hang on a second, because you want to see it on your screen. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring it up on your screen. The long-awaited Midlife Mercenaries merchandise store. So it's here for all of you who are interested and are looking to have a little bit of the Bravo team, a little bit of the Midlife Mercenaries in your possession. Then the store is now open. I will say it will be moving to a new home.
Okay.
But that might be a little while. So at the moment, it's in its current location, which is, you don't even need the www anymore, do you?
No.
See, that's my age. You see, age. Why am I looking there for the camera? The camera's over there. That's my age showing, www. So it's midlifemercenaries.com/shop. But it will be moving at some point in the near future. We will, of course, let you know. And for the moment, the items that are available to you are, what?
Carry on.
What? Oh, he's disappearing. I hope he's going to get me another red one of those drinks. No, he's not.
It's okay. Keep going.
I don't know what he's done. So we have a hoodie. You have a gun charm, which is also available to you. You can use it as a keyring if you wish, but it's a gun charm. There is the Midlife Mercenaries mug. There are the very smart Midlife Mercenary polo shirts available. You have some t-shirts also available, and you can see our very nice model wearing t-shirt.
Thanks for modelling that, Rob.
What it can look like on you.
Rob's behind the camera, you can't see him.
The t-shirts. And then you have the VR hydration station, the Midlife Mercs VR hydration station, which is available in white and black for a bit of contrast. And that, of course, is equipped with a flip-up straw so that you can actually not have to take your mask off and sit back, but you can sit through it.
Used by BRAVOTEAM.
I've been using it now for a while. I've been using it in Raid. There is a little pin badge for those of you who enjoy a pin badge and you would like to have one of those. So those are the items that are available at the moment in the store. There are other items in the process. In process. I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that.
I will.
Yeah. So those are the items available in the store at this moment in time. There are other items being created, going through the process at this moment as well. We'd obviously like some suggestions from you guys as well. There are baseball caps and things on their way. What we're trying to do is get something that models the in-game one, which is what we like to do, try and get as much in-game feel as we can. But the other thing that is available to you, speaking of in-game, for those of you who have missed out on any of our recent raffles or prize givings, you can now purchase your very own gold colored figurine with its very own blind box that is Bravo Team or Midlife Mercenaries branded. So that is the Midlife Mercenaries merchandise shop.
Absolutely.
I know a number of you have been asking about it and asking about where to get stuff. Now you have somewhere where you can get stuff, where you can actually get a little bit of the team in your own life.
Absolutely. And
now, I know that there is an item that you are desperately
Desperate.
trying to introduce into the shop. And at this moment in time, I'm resisting.
There is a lot of pushback on this, guys, and it is this is the prototype. I know Psycho Mantos has been asking for it because we know he likes to play.
Yeah,
as he does.
He has raised this in the BRAVOTEAM meeting today, and it was
the midlife mercenaries, unbranded at the minute, but the midlife mercenaries fridge socks. They come in pairs, so you can use one while the other one's chilling out. Coming soon. Just needs a little bit more. You're not a believer, Bravo 2. Wait till you've used them. Wait till you've used them. Nick Jack says Velcro patches. That is a great idea. You mean like...
Yeah, that can be done. Yeah.
These.
Absolutely.
And Valga says, I'm going to shave my head too. I like your haircut. Looks very military. Your haircut doesn't look very nice.
You were trying to model it on me, weren't you?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It's a little bit shorter than I normally have it, but yes, thank you, Valga. I quite enjoy having my hair this short. I appreciate you, brother. So Jacob says, with the heat wave we've had, you've used the fridge sock. Absolutely. Buy one, get one free. Like I say, one in use, one in the fridge. You can't go wrong. Dear. You can't go wrong. We've just got to get them onto the store without any implications.
Well, we will see. There's resistance is still there, but we'll see.
Absolutely. So Corey says, I do custom laser and woodworking, a UV printing for a hobby. If you need anything, appreciate the offer, mate. Appreciate the offer. We'll bear that.
Nice to know, Corey.
Got to have a logo on the very end. Absolutely, J. Cool. I told you they're a hit, mate. They are a hit. Bravo 2 is not having it. Bravo 2 is not having the fridge sock. The fridge sock phenomenon.
Did it come in a larger size?
I think at the minute the one size fits all, but that's dependent. They've only been tested with a few people. Depends.
Oh dear.
Depends. Right, we're dropping into unknown territory. So let's get back on track.
Ninjak, I put jogging shoes in the fridge overnight and put them on today, and was thinking of fridge socks.
If anybody steals this idea before it's patented,
oh dear.
Keep your deodorant in the fridge; it'll change your life. Not something
okay.
I've ever tried before and of it exploding.
Okay.
So shall we go to some of the viewers' Discord questions, Bravo 2?
Go for it, Bravo 1.
So I am just going to lose the chat for a couple of minutes. So Bravo 2, you have to be on chat patrol.
On chat patrol, I am. There we go.
And I will go into. So guys, I'm leaving the chat. The chat is all down to Bravo 2 here. So.
And you know how good I am with that.
He's in charge. So we're going to go through your questions. So in the Discord, if you go into the description on YouTube or type !Discord in the Twitch, it will take you straight to our Midlife Mercenary Discord, where you can ask your questions to be answered by the Bravo team in this podcast.
Right, just hold off for 1 second, because Hulk Legs has just come in the stream. He says he's been doing some of the new quests, and they are awesome.
Ooh!
So Hulk Legs, explain to me what makes it awesome, number one, and what kind of rewards are you getting, and how are they being delivered for completing the quests?
And is that the paid DLC, or is there additional quests for free? I'm interested to know if there is a free version, a free quest line and a paid quest line. This has been a hot topic on today's podcast.
Hey, Tactical, you've missed it. I've already messed it up. I've already done the mess up.
Yeah.
For those of you who have joined us late, I arrived at the meeting today without the camera. Completely. I'd taken the camera. You know, those of you who've been watching the stream know that I've been playing around with green screen the last couple of days, and I'd taken the camera out. Now, it's not the camera I'm using for green screen, but I had taken it out as an option. I'd left it on the table, packed everything to go away for this couple of days that we're away, and picked up the case with the headset and everything in it, and forgot to put the camera in. And I only realized when I'd actually arrived here that I did not have the camera.
But
so Bravo 1 overcame and adapted. He's now using a fridge sock as a camera.
This is the fridge sock with a hole in the end. Got to keep the camera cool, it's overheating.
He ran out to a very well-known electronics store and purchased a camera.
What, they didn't have any cameras.
Oh, right, okay.
But then they found that one. No expense spared. So hopefully we're looking good. We're sounding good.
Yeah. Well, everything should be working.
Absolutely.
So yeah, as I was saying, tactical, I've already done the mess up, so it can only go uphill from here. What have we got? Can you post podcast questions in the Discord channel called Podcast Questions? Kugler, thank you very much.
Appreciate you, Kugler.
You can. Enjoying the stream elements, cool.
So we'll go on to the
tactical goes, attaboy.
It's not the issue, it's how you deal with it.
That's it. Overcome and adapt.
Overcome and adapt. And panic like hell when you're getting everything out of your bag and you realise you've left the camera. The only other camera we've got is from 1983.
Actually, it's not far off.
I can believe it.
It's not far off.
We did try it, and the quality was.
Yeah, I did have a camera, which is a sort of a backup type thing, but it's not the camera.
So Hulklix is both paid DLC quests and the free quests, and the paid DLC ones get you running all over the maps, and the new ops scanner you unlock in the first quest you have to put into the computers to download info. And one reward you get is a tan Morboss. You see, the value of the DLC is inside the quest line.
Yeah, it's not just given to you. You've got to
earn it. You've got to earn it. So the cost is higher, but the value is there. I'm sure the value is hidden. Hulk, I'm glad you're on the same sort of wavelength as what I've been thinking. And that is some excellent information. Excellent information.
Cool. Thank you, Hulklegs.
So my chat has gone. Bravo 2 is in charge. I'm going to go to the podcast questions and we'll see. Nichak, you've been busy.
By the way, guys, if you do have any questions now, we will go to the Discord questions first. But if you've got any questions now, jump in, ask your questions. We will do what we can to answer them.
Think of a question, and when we come to the chat questions, then ask it, because if we're trying to answer questions from there and here,
no, we'll go through this first, but get your questions.
Get your questions in your mind. So the first, where's Fast and Flawless? Is he not in the chat?
I thought he was earlier.
Because Fast and Flawless has asked a couple of questions. Nichak's asked several questions.
Yeah, I thought I saw Fast, but go ahead. What was the question? What can you do?
So
I can't see.
Fast and Flawless, Mr. Fast and Flawless. My question is, if you could add anything to the game to make it next level, what would it be? Mine would be the ability to get 10 teammates into a private lobby. Just need to find 10 mates.
That's what he would have.
That's what he would do.
Right. Okay. I'm not so sure about 10 teammates, but I would love to have a pre-lobby where if you're running in as a 3-stack or a duo, you could actually go into a ready room where you can have a chat, formulate your plan. If you've got gear to hand over, you've carried out gear for your mate or anything like that, you've got task items you want to hand over, anything like that, you could do it there and then in that pre-lobby. Again, and I don't want to keep harping back to it, but again, we have that in the Battle Royale version. You go into it's a pre-game lobby. It's not like a room. It's not a ready room, but it's a portion of the game you go into and you can run about. And if you're part of the team, you can run about together and so on and so forth. But I think with Exfilzone, if they had like a ready room where you could go in, change over gear, chat, whatever you want to do, I think that would be a really cool idea. I think it'd be really cool.
I agree. If I could bring anything to the game to make it next level, what would it be? Like I say, I think that would definitely be a massive improvement in quality of life.
I think to make it absolutely next level, what you need is a Bravo team poster.
Watch this space.
I think if you had a Bravo team poster in game that you could go and find, and it was highly valuable.
A W in the chat if you want to see a Bravo team.
Sorry guys, just a hay fever.
W in the chat if you want to see a Bravo team poster in game.
Medication wearing off.
And his next question is, what do we think about the new DLC?
Although look at these W's.
Yeah.
Hey. Straight away, www.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Cool.
Absolutely. It will be a valuable in-game item. It'd be nice. It would be nice. It would be nice. Right.
Nichak, subscription, tournament, BR style, drop-in mode with different numbers of max players. Yeah, I would absolutely love to see a tournament mode. Well, I've talked about this before, and I mean, different people would have different ideas. But I think if you could set up a tournament with 2 or 3 teams, and each team landed in a particular area of a map. So let's say, for example, resort. You might have one team land in hotel, and that becomes your base. Another team lands in bank, and that becomes your base. Another team lands in a hospital, and that becomes your base. And the object is to hold your base. So as a team, and teams don't have to be 3, there could be 5, 6 in a team. But as a team, you've got to go out and raid the others, kill the others, try and take over their base, but by the same time holding and maintaining your own base. So you would have to go out in teams of 2, 3, 4, while somebody was holding back at the office, and you take over other people's areas, and some form of point system and timed, so that at the end of it you can go, well, you killed 6 of theirs, 2 of them, blah blah blah, so on and so forth, and you could tally up and make it a proper tournament. You could then run competitions.
So the only thing that I would say against that is that it's taking away the extraction shooter element of it and turning it into more of a PvP based game, such as contractors, capture the flag, things like that, which I'd be open to seeing a different game mode. But again, we've got to look at protecting the player base.
Yeah,
we don't want to be splitting the player base any more than it's already going to be sort of split between the PvE and the PvP mode. But I'm sure that different modes and things have been discussed.
Tactical Madness says, and this will be new to me because I don't play other games, Tag. So it says BR, Rust, and Exfilzone all in one.
That'd be. I'm quitting.
He's not suggesting it. He's referring to what I've just said.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm going to say anything that involves the game that begins with R, I want nothing to do with. Nothing to do with. So yeah, what do we think about the new DLC? By the looks of it, it's a very, very split opinion. Very split opinion. Again, Fast, we haven't tried it. Our first time on it will be possibly Sunday, depending on how things go with the Golden Boy over here.
I like the idea of having some additional quests, because you get to a point in the game where you've done everything.
Yeah.
And it's running in and killing people, great. Running in and taking people's gear, great. But it's also nice to have some form of a task or a mission to complete, a purpose, something to do. So I like that idea.
Yeah, absolutely. The extra task quests are for us will bring a new level of enjoyment to the game for us.
Yep.
It'll give us some purpose and not get steamrolled. So Nichak says, I think we should keep the hideout gear extra with gear, etc. So easy, not like the other arenas. I think it should keep the hideout gear extra with gear, etc. So it's still excellent. Exactly, Nichak. That's the thing. It needs to, as the game mode that it is, it needs to remain true to its extraction shooter values, and I think it would go well out of the realms of an extraction shooter. But equally good ideas. Good ideas.
On that, Folly Blues is saying, I'm hoping Caveman does a DayZ VR game. No one's done this game justice in VR yet, and I think Caveman would nail it.
Zombie mode.
Right. See, I don't know what DayZ is. I don't play it.
It's a survival. It's a very, very difficult survival game, open world survival game.
Okay.
Very much not like Exfilzone. It goes on for a long time. You play it constantly, and there's no, once you're dead, and
okay.
It resets all your progress. And yeah, again, a very, very mental breaking game. So Nichak, the first of Nichak's many questions. There was a discussion like a month ago regarding a few suggestions, and I thought about an alternative to those than already, but never wrote it down because it would be a long text getting all the details in. Not sure if it's worth if no one really cares, but if I write the suggestions here without argumentation about how the details or how they are connected. So what is your spontaneous reaction to the following? Now this is spontaneous, Nishak. I've seen the questions going in today. I've not read any of them.
Reframe that again because I didn't.
So basically, Nishak's going to ask us. He thought of a few. There was a discussion a month ago regarding a few suggestions, and he thought about some alternatives to those suggestions.
Right.
So, without us having read these before, what are our spontaneous reactions to these
suggestions that are coming now? All right. So read out the suggestion.
First suggestion: randomizing the task line with a few fixed tasks like Mall Boss for level 3 and so on and so forth, but with a pool of tasks to draw from level 1, level 2, and level 3 and level 4 with the following purposes. The following purposes, in-game purposes. So to break up the predictability of the task line, this is going deep.
I like it though. Just hearing it now, I like it. Yeah.
Decrease the distance between super grinders and ordinary grinders. Like, are people in our community who help others do tasks and run the same one maybe 4 times in a short time period, only to help different people get through it, because everyone who is not a super grinder can't be on the same level each time.
Yeah.
This way, the super grinders will play more like we play and have different spots to go to each run instead of all going to the exact same place each time.
I like it. That's my initial reaction. I like
Absolutely.
it. I like the idea of randomizing it. I think it will keep it interesting for everybody. Yeah.
Slow down the progression pace and introduction of high-level ammo a little bit, since teams have to help each other more across different places of the map. I think the progression could be slowed a little bit. Again, as somebody who raced through as much as he could to level 4, how an average player finds the progression. Can you remember when we first started? I don't think we ever maxed out progression in the first couple of wipes that we played. So I think that does need to just be defined between, like you say, super grinders, as we are super grinders. Facilitate onboarding when everyone doesn't facilitate onboarding when everyone doesn't run the same map areas at the same point in time every start of the wipe, which becomes gruesome for many. Facilitate onboarding when everyone doesn't run the same map areas at the same points in every start of wipe, which becomes gruesome for many.
Well, that would be solved by the randomizing, wouldn't it?
That would be solved by the randomizing.
Yeah.
But again, being able to pick certain tasks, because as you know, guys, the tasks now, there was some order of tasks. It did have a sort of progression, like go and fetch this from here. It's all been swapped around. So I think picking from a pool of tasks wouldn't be a bad thing. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Facilitate for developers who, instead of rewriting the entire task line for variation every second wipe, they can now continuously add more tasks to the pool to draw tasks from. Absolutely.
So these are all points based on that.
On that initial. Sorry, Nishak, it's just a lot of text there, mate. But yeah, I think
it would.
A pool of tasks would be great. So you've got, I don't know, 3 tasks from Maggie, 3 tasks from Igor, and you can pick whichever ones you want, and then obviously the boss tasks to see you through to the next level. So every time you hit or get to the level cap,
the
boss mission unlocks or ties down.
Makes perfect sense. I like it. I really like the sound of it.
Absolutely. So Nishak says the second suggestion, this is one is kind of optional, but relays the suggestion. Third suggestion, level 3 opens up after a week of wipe, making that into a little event in itself. Level 4 opens up after 2 weeks. I understand there are things to consider, and maybe the first suggestion is enough to serve this purpose. I think that would be I don't think they should lock levels to date. I think if players are playing the game to hit level 4,
they should get to
it.
Yeah, because otherwise you will lose players that get to a level and then have to wait.
Yeah,
they'll go off and do other stuff and then not come back.
Yeah, I will disagree with the fact that level should be locked.
Yeah.
but the pool is a great idea.
Absolutely.
Is a great idea. And his third suggestion is a tournament map or a tournament game style using existing PvP popular maps, which is what we've just discussed.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah.
But W's in the chat if you want to see the Midlife Mercenaries in an Exfilzone tournament. W's in the chat if you want to see it happen. So Not Personal has a question that would 4-stack teams kill the game?
Why would you think a 4-stack would kill the game?
Because you'd be coming up against it.
Would make life for the solo runners very, very difficult. You know, I mean, I can't take. There's no way I could take on a 3-stack, so I definitely would be lost on
against a 4-stack. Plus you'd just be. I think if it had been developed with 4 players in mind from the start, potentially,
yeah.
But I think 3 is the I'm going to say sweet spot. It's not sweet spot for any solos.
No,
but I think it doesn't want to be any more than 3 because it would just be unless you go in 4-stack against 4-stack against 4-stack.
Yeah, if it was balanced in that way, then maybe. But no, I don't think in the game as it currently stands, I wouldn't like to see 4-stacks in there. You're upside down, brother. One.
Sorry.
One job.
Sorry. So Fast and Flawless is asking, do we ever think we will leave the alpha stage of the game? Seems like we've been in alpha for years. So the game's been out 1 and a bit years now. 18 months. 18 months.
Yeah.
And games stay in alpha stages for a number of reasons. Continued development, lots of testing different things, i.e. bringing the scavs in, changing the scavs. It leaves it open to be able to be changed. So I do think that we'll be in the alpha stage for a considerable amount of more time.
But a big part of that as well will be numbers.
Yeah.
A big part of that will be driven by the people playing the game. The numbers of people playing
absolutely.
The game. Yeah.
So I think for the alpha stage, I think we will be in the alpha stage for a considerable amount more time, if not for the foreseeable future. But don't see that as a bad thing. It just means that the game can be constantly developed, changed, and made better without any issues, basically.
Yeah. J. Cool's agreeing 3-stack as a solo is already brutal. I agree 100%. Studios really need to abandon the Quest 2 builds for games and keep looking forward. Maybe soon. I feel like Q2 holds back a lot of progress.
So we've had this issue with console games specifically, where older generation gaming consoles have to be considered when games are developed for
compatibility,
next gen consoles and things like that. So the graphics performance, the computing performance, it has to be considered that the games industry has people across lots of different devices, platforms, and things like that, and to maximize the exposure and things like that, these things do have to be taken into consideration. There will be a point at some place down the line where older systems can't keep up with the newer processing power, but there will be different things that need to be considered from a development point of view to ensure that they are working with or optimizing for systems with less processing power than the latest and greatest systems.
So relevant to what you were saying a minute ago, Cubo was saying, I'd really like to see the wipe unlocked in waves. You can say that you'll have people leave if they can't keep progressing, but what about people who leave every wipe because they can't play for hours each day and are totally outclassed by the 5th week of every single wipe? It's a valid point.
Cue Ball has some.
It's a valid point.
This is what I like. The difference in our opinion and somebody that can see it from the other side of the coin. That is a brilliant comment, Cue Ball.
Yeah,
a brilliant comment. And it makes perfect sense. I still don't feel it should be locked, but that does need to be taken into consideration because, as you know, the curve of the player base does tend to drop off towards the end of white when people can't keep up. But it is a particularly unforgiving game.
Which makes it a great game.
which makes it great. I love it. I love it. I love it. It does make it, but it is particularly ruthless.
Yeah, and Folly Blues reckons if we're doing 4 stacks, only if there was 4 stack lobbies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, you're splitting
the player base.
Yeah. I think that would need careful consideration. I think 3 stacks is the sweet spot because you can occasionally drop the odd 3 stack.
Folly Blues saying maybe for Exfilzone 2, it's really difficult to sell a game to a Quest 2 owner and then drop support.
Yes, exactly. So again, there would have to be some kind of divide, and that would need to be the divide, I think, or a redevelop, or a rebrand, or
or when it comes out of alpha.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah, when it comes out of alpha, it then becomes a higher.
Yeah, it needs the performance.
Yeah.
So again, great points. But I think we're going to be in alpha for a while. Yeah. Ready for another question?
Go for it.
It's not one that I want to give a lot of screen time to. What Not Personal's asking is duping and the effects it has on the game. Again, we know it has negative effects.
We know it happens.
It happens.
We accept it happens.
Yeah.
We know that the dev are looking at it constantly.
Yeah.
But it's like all of these things, and I've said this over and over and over again. People in fucking life will always try and find a shortcut. There are people out there that just will do that. So no matter what you do, somebody will find a way around it. And I think for us as players, what we need to do is just get on with it. When we come across it, report it. Don't let it get us down. Don't let it beat us. If they happen to be in that lobby that you're playing in, then the next game you go into, they're not likely to be in it. Or you just keep going until you find your fun. Because, it is sad that these people exist, but they exist. And I don't think, no matter how much money was thrown at the game, no matter how many developers you had in the game, there will always be people who want to challenge the system. And sometimes it's not even out of badness. It is just because they want to go, I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that. I can break this. I can get in there. And you are always going to have it. But then you've got the follow-alongs as well, haven't you? You got the ankle biters who, because they just can't play the game, they'll go out and they'll look for somebody who's able to sell them a dupe or give them a dupe or, a shortcut of some description.
Yeah.
But they're just not good players. So bring them up against a good player and they've got nothing.
The one thing that I do want to see changing is the name being, I'm going to say this, the name being thrown about in raid. If you kill someone with trade ammo in the bag or get killed by someone, this needs to stop. That the instant reaction is they're up to no good, because at this point we know what's been going on. People are running trade. I mean, I've lost all mine, so
yeah,
I don't know what's it. But we need to understand that there are people that are very good at this game. There are people that will kill people who are less skilled and having to do these things.
Yeah.
You're going to take that ammo, people are going to bring it back into raid, and it's just a constant cycle, which is why we're seeing.
Yeah. But there is a lot of this. Oh, they're oh, they're cheating. Oh, they must be doing. And not everybody is. And the problem with that is what it does is it perpetuates this belief that there's lots of cheats in the game.
Yeah.
And there's not. There's a few cheats in the game. But by people giving lip service to it, it's like
the less screen time we give it, the better. And the less, I just want to see the accusations, because I've seen it in many, many streams. The first thing that comes out of people's mouths is, look what they've got. And it could be a 60 round mag of M62 tracer with a few M993.
Spicy mag.
With a drum mag of M62 tracer with a little bit of top off of 993. Yeah. You look at that 60 round mag, top of the bag is M993. It might only be 4 bullets.
Yeah.
But if you get outplayed, don't just come out.
We accept the fact that there are dupers out there, there are cheats out there, there's hackers out there. There always freaking will be, always will be. But not everybody is at it. So don't jump to the conclusion at every kill because it was 995 or 993 or whatever. Don't jump instantly to the conclusion that you've been cheated or whatever. I mean, I know it's a lesser crime, but I got accused the other day of camping an exfil. And I wasn't. I spawned down at Waterworks. As I was about to leave Waterworks, I could hear footsteps coming towards me. So I took up a position behind a container, and as they came in, I took shots at them.
And again,
I wasn't camping.
Even if you were this game, and this game, you camping is a valid tactic. It's not camping like Call of Duty or anything like that. It is literally a strategy. The amount of we've sat in bank, holding bank, is that camping or is it holding bank? Is it?
I think there's a bit of a difference between holding bank and sitting on an exfil waiting for people to come out.
But again, it's a valid tactic. The exfil points are there. There's trucks that you can jump into the back of right next to the exfil, so that when people get on the smoke, out you pop.
Okay.
So,
but yeah, I think the message from us is don't automatically assume because you've been outplayed that it's somebody cheating, and just because it was 993 or 995 or whatever, don't automatically think it was somebody cheating. Give the benefit of the doubt. And don't get emotional about fucking cheats. If you're going to get emotional, be sad for them. Yeah. Because if that's what they have to do to play the game, where's the enjoyment in it?
That is the only time that we will say it is a skill issue. Yeah. When it comes to that. So end of story. Don't let it grind you down. Take it off them.
Yeah.
And get on with life. Or go in with a mid kit and rip the legs off. Have some fun, change your play style, have some fun with it. So another question in fast. Why can't you set an exact time for the start of the podcast? I am sure that is possible. If you knew what we had to do to get to this point in the evening fast, to be able to get on the street to the podcast, you would understand that a set time for the podcast is A, not possible, B, not possible.
It could be. But on a completely different day.
On a completely different day. If it wasn't the Bravo team meeting immediately before, because despite what you think.
Because they are the Bravo team, right? So let's just be brutally honest. We will always say it's the Bravo team meeting. We are both businessmen in our own rights, yeah? And at the end of every month, we attend a meeting at the end of every month. That is part of our business.
Yeah.
We then take the afternoon, this part of the afternoon, to do the podcast.
Yeah.
We're at opposite ends of the country. Yeah. And because of our business interest, it's the one time in the month that we come together. So we finish a day job.
Yeah.
And then we set up to do the podcast.
Yeah.
So the day job meeting can be unpredictable.
Very unpredictable.
In terms of when it finishes, when it starts. So what we do is we say the podcast is pretty much
in the evening.
Yeah, pretty much
ETA unknown.
Yeah,
could be early, could be later. It's impossible to tell.
So I think that's fair enough without
Absolutely.
Divulging too much.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so we'll always say we're together for the Bravo team meeting and so on and so forth, because that's just the bit of banter. But the bottom line is, it is our day job, and it's the one time during the month that we
get together.
As part of our day job. Otherwise, the podcast will be done via Zoom call,
and it's just not the same.
That wouldn't be the same at all.
Have we got any other questions in the chat? Well,
right.
Let's go to viewers' questions.
So, guys, questions. If you have any questions, please do. And by the way, if you're on YouTube at the moment, please do drop us a thumbs up, hearts, anything that you can, just to get the algorithm pushing this out to a further audience.
I'll get the chats back.
Yeah, Folly, you are right. Cubo has great insights. Absolutely, 100%.
He sees the things from the other, like, every single time.
Yeah, no, I think it's fantastic. Dark, I wonder how it would work to check a box before raid if you'd like to be randomly paired with somebody. Could help new players meet other players.
Ooh.
I like that.
Yeah, solo squad fill. Yes.
I like that.
That's a great idea. However,
gear fear.
Gear fear, and what's stopping somebody coming in with a full kit and then the players that the team up with? Can you remember the whole scav thing?
Yeah. That was during the Halloween thing, wasn't it? Was it the Halloween thing?
No, I'm talking when it was like just out of pre-alpha stage, when all the scavs used to spawn in on the map at one point.
Yeah.
on farmland, and it just used to be a free for all until one scab.
Do you remember? Was it the Halloween? I think I missed the white, but I've heard the stories where they people were running into raids together, unknown, not known one another, running into raids together, and the idea was to kill off the scabs and the zombies or whatever it was. But then they get to the end, they were killing their teammate and
they were stealing the backpack. They were stealing the backpack.
Yeah. So you know, if you get put in with randoms, you've got to be prepared for what might happen.
Cue ball. That is the only thing that I will say you are completely incorrect about. Please do not assume that.
What's that?
That we live in the same house like the Golden Girls. That is definitely not the case.
He'd like to.
I'd just like to have Jeeves as my butler.
Jeeves wouldn't let you pass the door. Nichak. What do we got? 3 suggestions. I write with the third suggestion. Right, tournament map without the ordinary task line is basically to combine these things in a way to keep hardcore players in the game, but draw them more to a non-task line tournament map where 4 stacks or 5 stacks, etc., could experiment with during different weeks. Yeah, I think I'm following what you're suggesting, and you know what? It might actually be a novel idea towards the end of White.
Yeah.
If it was a sort of an unlock at the end of White, where instead of then constantly having to run in and just do PvP, you could actually register or sign up for running in the tournament. And you know, going back to the suggestion above, you tick a box and say, you know, we're going in, but we want to go into a tournament mode. Yeah, something like that. I think all of these are fantastic ideas and fantastic suggestions. It's you know, it would be brilliant if these ideas and things were put in front of.
Yeah, it's like limited time events and things like that. I think it'd work. I do think it'd work. It'd keep it interesting as well. And Kugler says, reminds me of the zombie mode when people stole teammates' bags. Absolutely, that was heartbreaking. That was heartbreaking.
What's the difference in camping? Bebigo was asking, what's the difference in camping? That's a different strategy. Some people don't like to move all over the place. No, I agree, and I'm not saying that there's anything fundamentally wrong with it. I'm saying a lot of people get upset when they find somebody camping on a exfil zone, an exfil spot, an exfil point. People can get a little bit fruity about that, and I can get that. You know, you've worked hard, you've run around the map, you've done everything that you need to do, and then there's a guy sitting there just waiting to take all your loot off of you. But as far as finding a pinch point on the map, I'm all for it. I mean, we did it in Bank. We've done it in Bank. We've done it in hospital. We've done it on hospital roof. We've done it pinching between the 2 hospitals.
If you hear people approaching, you're gonna hide or you're gonna hold and try and get the jump on them, and that's
not camping.
There's no camping in this game. There is no camping in this game, and I'll stand by it.
There you go. J. Cool says it's not camping; it's tactical positioning.
Absolutely,
and that's what we'll go with.
So Nichak saying that you can't choose other countries in the shop Bravo 2, so that's one for you to look at.
You should be able to.
Let me
take a look. I will take a look at that this evening, but we should be able to. Yeah, I'll take a look at it when we come off stream this evening. I will have a look at that. It should not be, unless I've just not ticked a box or not.
The box ticking. It's tried iPhone and computer. Nichak, we will see to it, brother. We'll see to it. Again, it's only just been finished and finalised, and there's going to be, as with everything, a couple of technical problems.
I've tested it, but I've tested it UK.
Yeah.
So,
you bought a pair of fridge socks.
I did, you know. Used ones.
Kugler says, I love the new floor tiles and the gunsmith. Kugler, we've not seen it. We haven't seen it.
We have not been on. You guys should plug the business. It wouldn't be relevant, Folly.
irrelevant.
It would not be relevant to. I mean, bearing in mind that this whole streaming, gaming, everything, it came about from a hobby that both of us enjoy.
Yeah.
But our day job has got no relevance
At all
to what we do. It's completely far removed from what we do online.
Kugler says, that brings me to my question. What hideout decoration would you want? A Bravo team poster? Bravo team.
You'd want a Bravo team. Everybody would want a Bravo team poster.
Well, yeah.
Do you know what we should have in there as well? Branded Bravo team bottles, like the
orange bottle, like
but branded Bravo team.
No skill, no issue.
That's what you should have in there. Where are we? Not killing, stealing bag. Right, moving down.
We are trying to keep up with the chat, guys.
Yeah, I will check the shop.
Well, while Bravo 2 is scrolling through the chat trying to keep up, I will announce that it'll soon be Sunday.
And what happens on a Sunday, Bravo 1?
It's the day of rest, Bravo 2.
Yeah. But what are you going to be doing tomorrow in anticipation of Sunday? You'll be making a list go live in the Discord.
Oh yeah, obviously. Sorry, I had something completely else in mind because I'm barbecuing all day tomorrow. Jay called it, and my American friends over there. There will be lots of photos of some cooked meat going into the Discord tomorrow. Forgot to post a picture of the mixed grill last night, which was spot on. Spot on.
We do enjoy our mixed grill.
We do love a good mixed grill. So Sunday, Saturday. What day are we on? Friday. Saturday at about midday, the list will go live for Community Chaos Sunday. We are back down to 7 guaranteed runners this weekend. So when that list goes live, make sure you get your name down. That guarantees you a run with us, even though we've got no kits left on Sunday. There will be a reserve list also. Get your name on the reserve list. If people don't show up for the main list, we call the reserves in. It happens almost every week that somebody can't make it for one reason or another, or commitments and things like that. We get the reserves in, the reserves get to run. It's always worth getting your name on the reserve list. On Sunday at about 3 p.m. GMT, we will be doing our usual thing, Community Chaos Sunday, where you guys, the viewers, get to run with Bravo team and just have a general good time. We're going to be testing the DLCs. We're going to be testing the armor repair. We're going to be doing all this live.
We're going to be trying to open up our new storage
area.
We've
got no idea what we're doing. The first time we will play this update will be Sunday, so you will be experiencing it live with us. We want all your information, we want all your tips on what we need to be doing. I don't even know if I've got any gear left in my hideout. I haven't logged in since Wednesday.
I'm concerned now about keys in bags, because if Shaven has lost a bag full of keys, I've divided my keys up into different bags for different areas of the map.
Okay.
Different areas of the map, and I'm concerned.
Silo!
What might happen there?
So Hulkleg says the new hideout layout is really good, and the storage upgrade is expensive. You need 10 light bulbs, 10 wrenches, 5 systems, and 4 defibrillators. I
should be all right for everything except the defibrillators at the moment.
So,
I have two.
You know what I'm going to say? On Community Chaos Sunday, it's all about the viewer Bravo team. So if we come across any defibrillators in raid, you know what we're going to do?
I know. We're going to hand them over.
Stick them in the box.
No, we're going to hand them over.
But I can put the camera on me.
No.
Or you shove it in your book box.
No. I know what you're like, and we've had this before. We've got evidence of this before.
There is the one
with kit disappearing, with magazines disappearing, with spicy ammo disappearing. So we know what you're like. So I'm going to keep an eye on you. If we come across anything in raid that is needed by a viewer on Sunday, they're getting it.
You'll be getting it.
They're getting it.
You'll be
That's
getting
it. Full stop. Guys, I got your back.
So Dark says Jade and I will be out on the weekend, boats and hose for us. Dark, that's absolutely fine, mate. You go and enjoy your weekend. I hope it's beautiful. I hope it's hot, and I hope you have a great time. If you have a bag hanging in storage area C on the bag rack, it's gone.
No, don't. Please don't.
Oh,
don't. I am nervous.
Is that the grenade bag?
I am nervous.
Is that yeah, that'll be my grenade bag. It was empty anyway. My grenade bag was empty. I had no grenades left.
I'm nervous.
I had no grenades.
Area C. Hang on a second. Area C.
Round the corner.
On the hook.
Yeah.
That was the SMG. The LMG.
LMG. PKP.
PKP. That was the PKP. 4 magazines and lots of rounds of LPS.
We've lost the PKPs, guys.
So that was what I had stored there.
So second half times in, the bag that disappeared for me was my boy was the back room, but they fixed it with the patch. And now my armor bag has come back.
Oh, good.
Excellent.
Oh, good.
Excellent. J. Colours, I think I've got a spare PKP, so if any of the Bravo team need to get the PKP mission done this weekend,
I've still got one in my mailbox. I've got one that came as one of the rewards.
Absolutely. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting day because you're going to be teaching Bravo 2 and I all about the update.
Absolutely.
I feel almost behind.
Yeah. Well, once we're done here, I'm going to try and fix what's the issue with the shop. But once we're done here, I'm going to get in the car and go. And I'm going to try and get on this evening for a little bit. I don't know what I'm going to manage to do, but I want to have a look. I want to have a look and see what's what.
If any of the Bravo team are available to jump in with Bravo 2 and show him a few things that when I join on Sunday, that'd be a good idea.
Because we're not around. Neither of us are around tomorrow. So
barbecue day, cooking that meat.
No playing tomorrow. No streaming tomorrow.
So Kugler says Bravo 2 isn't going to like the new scav runs.
Yeah, we got a taste of that earlier, Kugler. The guys were telling us so the elite scavs are attacking scavs, which means they'll obviously be attacking us. So that is a bit concerning because I've made quite a lot of dollar from scav runs recently, and this is going to sort of hinder that a little bit.
Yeah.
Does anybody know if the elite scavs are killed, do they respawn?
I'm sure the scavs will be on a respawn timer, the same as if we kill them. I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah, they had scavs in the fire station. I wonder if they've removed those. Don't know. Oh dear.
Jake will say you just have to stay out of the areas where the elites are. So that's going to be bank, that's going to be dam, that's going to be factory. Where are the elite scavs? The elite scavs are in mall. Or they were in mall. Are the elite scavs in mall? Yes. Or are they back down to? Yeah, they were before the update. Do you know?
Oh right, okay, yes.
Yeah.
Where do you think they might be now? Down at police station?
Well, I don't know. That's what I wonder. I'm sure mall because mall's the heavy hitting high loot area.
I think we're going to find out.
So Silas says, in my opinion, what they chose to do with the DLC is really bad. Yeah, again, we're on the fence about it, Silas. We are. I think the value of the DLC is hidden within the DLC. You need to play it. You need to experience it. You need to get the rewards out of the quest line in order to see the value. That's my opinion at this moment in time, having not played it, not downloaded it. I've seen the information. Like I say, I just feel that there's more value in the DLC than is.
But it's hidden under the quest. Yeah. So there might be a huge amount of value there, but you got to work for it.
Yeah, and again with the pistol being behind a paywall, as we call it, you only have to kill someone that's got the pistol, and you've got one on your wall anyway. So it's
yeah,
it is that easy. Yeah, the elite scavs are in more.
Cool.
Yeah, we get that silo, but again, it happens in other games as well. People will be running the revolver. I understand the frustration behind that. I really do. I really do. Chat's going crazy.
Yeah. So Sage saying, I say with the DLC, enjoy the story, do the puzzles yourself, try not to take hints for it, makes it fun. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all for that. I'm all for having a bit of fun with the whole thing and doing more tasks. Bosses are on the same team as the elites. Excellent. So anywhere a boss spawns now appears to be an elite only. Ooh, okay.
That's going to be tricky then.
Yeah.
A good idea though. They've teamed.
Okay. Yeah. Kugler says, I'm sure I'll die to a revolver. Kugler, you and me both. The only problem with me, you will die with somebody shooting you with a revolver. I will probably die shooting myself with a revolver.
Trying to do all this.
Yeah, that would be
Whizzly stuff.
Yeah. I mean, as I've said earlier, I can't even use a rifle. So how I'm going to manage with a revolver, I've no idea. Is there a task? Is there a task connected with the revolver? Is there like go and kill so many scouts with the? I don't know if anybody out there can answer that.
Yeah,
but that would cripple me.
Paul Gray over on YouTube. Hi guys, what do you both think of the DLC? We don't know. Paul. We've been away for the last 2 days since Wednesday. We've not been on Exfilzone since Wednesday, so we're relying on you guys out there to feed us the information. We've been looking on the Discord. We've been speaking to Caveman. We've been trying to gather as much information.
We can talk hypothetically about what we think we like and what we think we don't like, but until we've actually tried it, it's going to be difficult to give you a solid opinion.
The big test's going to be on Sunday.
Yeah, so we will be experiencing the patch or the update for the first time on. Well, I'm going to try tonight. I'm going to try it. I don't know what time I'm going to get away or how long it's going to take me to get home. But I'm going to try and get on for a little bit tonight, just to have a look. But we will experience it properly together on Sunday.
Yeah. So he says that Paul says that we don't like the price. Again, Paul, I've got no issue in supporting the development team, because they've got to make money in order to pay for the development and things like that. Appreciate it's slightly higher than other DLCs.
Yeah.
I do think there's value hidden within that DLC, but don't forget, guys, you're not just paying money for extra tasks, you're paying money to help the game.
But I think, and there was a valid point, somebody made it earlier this evening as well. You know, for the amount of time that we play this game and the amount of enjoyment that we get out of it, and the people that we're meeting and the community that we're around, that we're getting involved with. When I think, you know, I can't even think what the amount is, but I know it's a hell of a lot more than this. But I think what you pay for the likes of Sky or Virgin, or, you know, for any of you guys in the States, we're talking cable TV or satellite TV. When you think about what you pay for that, and that's just sitting down watching a box, whereas what we're doing is interacting, getting involved with people, having some fun. You know, it's pennies in comparison
for what we get back
in
from
comparison. It. Yeah. And you know, the Brits will understand this. If you went down the pub, you know,
you wouldn't think twice about paying £6-7 for a pint, would you?
Yeah. And how many of those would you have of an evening? So it is, when you compare it to other sources of enjoyment, when you compare it to other things that you do, it is freaking cheap. But I think what's happening is, and what the juxtaposition is, people are looking at the cost of the actual game itself, pennies, and then going, but the DLC is as much as the game, or the DLC is more than the game. And now they've got a comparison to make that is not, in my view, the right kind of comparison to make.
And again, my view is still that the value is in there. You've just got to play the DLC to unlock the value, because a lot of people paid a similar price. I'm not saying the same price, a similar price for like Johnny's Safe Box or whichever DLC it was, that gave you loads of items straight to your kiosk. The items are there, they're just hidden behind tasks. But again, I'm going to withhold judgment until I have actually played it, bought it, downloaded it, and seen for myself. And I'll give you my honest opinion. Is it worth it? Is it not worth it? We will let you know. We will be the guinea pigs.
Absolutely. What have we got here? I'm sorry, guys. I've got to scroll back up.
I'm just going to try and keep up with the chat, guys.
Yeah, I've got to scroll back up.
The Twitch chat is genuinely a lot faster than the YouTube chat. So, guys over on YouTube, we are trying to balance the chats.
Where were we? Here we were. Jay Kugler. I've only run one in Dam, made it out, but got killed at Dam because armor was beat down. You know, you've got an armor repair kit now. Just saying. Sorry. All comes down to preference. What was that in connection with Silo? Sorry, it all comes down to preference.
Yeah, I think he was saying about obviously locking the weapon behind the paywall and making it cost more than the game itself.
Right.
Yeah, I get that. I do get it. Oh, so you can't carry a armor repair on a scavenger unless I assume if you find one on a contract, then you can carry it. But interesting. I just need to get on and play it.
What was that? I didn't pay anything for Exfilzone technically, so it's impossible for some that got access.
I'm not entirely sure on that one.
I'm not sure what's been said there. It will become part of the pistol task. What will become part of the pistol task? You think going out and getting kills with the new pistol, it'll become part of that in the in upcoming wipes? Skins task gear. Right, Hulk legs. When you consider how much all the way the DLCs cost and what they have given us in the game and quality of the game, this DLC may be a higher price, but imagine what they can do to the game with that revenue. Yeah, absolutely. But I'll go back to what I've said before. For anybody who's recently joined the stream, and by the way, guys, 25 of you out there, thank you for sticking with us. We really do appreciate it. Yeah. But what I said earlier, for those of you who weren't around, is I believe that they should switch to a subscription model. That's my thinking, because that would give them cash flow. That would give them a certain amount of revenue every single month to keep things going, rather than having to chase sales, rather than having to create DLCs, which, if you think about the amount of development that goes into putting a DLC together, and they're not doing DLCs because they're going, oh, that's more money we can pocket. You think about what it takes to run a development team, to keep the servers up and running, to make sure everything is working, to be on top of it all. By the time they've sold a couple of hundred DLCs, that easily gets mopped up. But if they had a subscription model where they knew with certainty what was coming in every single month, then over a period of time, they can budget for the development, they can spend more time on working on the actual basics in the game itself, dealing with some of the issues that are causing dupes, dealing with some of the issues that are broken, that need fixing, and introducing stuff that we want in the game.
Absolutely.
And they wouldn't have to then be putting development time into DLCs. DLCs will become less frequent, but probably even more valuable when they did actually come out. So yeah, I would definitely support a subscription model.
So Sage is saying that some of us had contracted Showdown before, and in the beginning got access to Exfilzone early and wasn't charged.
I was one of those, and that's why I would. Yeah, that's when you think about it. I look at that and I think, well, I paid for contractors, so I've paid for Exfil. Now I bought Exfil again a second time when we moved on to
Steam,
the PC VR, because you can't move across your standalone headset into the Steam platform. So I purchased it. So I'd forgotten completely. Yeah, absolutely. I did contractors. Went from contractors to Showdown. Went from Showdown to Exfilzone. So yeah.
So Rhythm Keeper's in. Good to see you, Rhythm Keeper. Same. I didn't even own Battle Royale and could play the closed alpha Exfilzone. Interesting. Good to see you out though, Rhythm Keeper. Welcome in. Q-Ball says too many people just refuse to pay for a subscription. If they had that from the start, nobody would have played this game and everyone would still be on Tabor. Potentially, Tabor would be. Yeah, I get that.
I just wonder if it was priced sensibly and if it was marketed properly, I could see it being a success on a subscription model. And I would even hazard a guess. I put my neck on the line here and say development would be much further on as well. If it had been subscription model from the outset and they were able to budget to keep the team on dev and not chase sales, my belief is that it could have been much further on as far as the development is concerned. So I just think, it's about positioning and it's about marketing it and getting the pricing right. But I think there's a lot of people who would actually, for enrichment of the game would pay for a subscription model.
And I think the release of the DLC at $17.99 or wherever it is locally has proved that.
Yeah, but again, you are right in the sense that had they done it from the outset, it would have been an easier transition, I believe, because we've got exactly that situation now with the DLCs, haven't we? Where people are going, oh, but that's more expensive than the actual game.
Yeah, absolutely. So Rhythm says, thank you for the continuing this podcast. Rhythm, the podcast is just going to develop. There has been a few increases in quality for this particular podcast because somebody forgot the camera, and we've done a few other modifications to the room, which is hopefully a bit more visible. We're not going to say any more about that.
And the power's holding out.
And the power is holding out. We've lasted a little bit longer.
50p in the meter before we started. Yeah.
Excellent. So Sage is saying 10 bucks would have been good for the DLC. Subscription, I'd probably be out personally.
Exfilzone. But hang on a second. When you say that, if you say subscription, I'd be out. At what point would that be? At what point would you say that's too much to pay for a subscription? And at what point would you be happy to go, well, you know what, that's worth it? Are we talking $3, $5, $7, $12?
Or per year, even if it came down to it.
Most items will give you a monthly subscription fee and then give you a per year option.
Yeah, absolutely. So Rhythm says it's amazing and makes me proud. Hopefully for the community. Yeah, again, we're all about the community, Rhythm, you know that. Again, we just came up with the idea and we've run with it.
It's this whole thing, the whole journey. For those of you who don't know, this whole journey for us has been, I'll say accidental, but I don't mean accidental as in it didn't mean to happen. We discovered that both of us enjoyed playing the game, so we started playing together. We then discovered that Chris, Bravo 1 here, is pretty handy when it comes to editing video. So we decided that we do a few videos.
Banged a couple of videos out.
We banged a few videos together. That seemed to get a little bit of traction. I think this is funny because we talked about streaming, and then for a while we were not. Well, that's not us. We're we're content creators. We're not streamers. We're content creators. Until one day we woke up with our PCs being delivered, having agreed that we were going to buy pretty top of the range PCs to go with our setup, which would help us to actually record better videos. And we realized that what we'd actually bought was a complete streaming kit.
Bravo 2's gone on to buy a green screen and an additional camera. Bravo 1,
but we're not streamers.
We're not streamers. We're not streamers. We're just two idiots that like the game. Believe me, guys, that is what it is. We just
so the podcast came about again. We were just recording some bits and pieces between the two of us. We were just recording our banter. You'll go back and you'll see some of the I think the first 3 or 4 podcasts were just us fooling around, and then on the time when we did the giveaway, what were we giving away? We were doing something.
I can't even remember.
Yeah, we decided that we would do it live because we needed to do the spinning wheel and all of that. That didn't even.
It was the Exfil drop.
That didn't even work properly.
No.
But having gone live then and seen the number of people who stuck around while we were live, we decided that going forward we would do the podcast live. From now on, and that's where we're at. So it's not like we sat down as a business and decided, oh, let's go and do this as a business. That's not it. And the business end of it, although we now have the merch store. We've managed to pick up some sponsorship in the form of All in VR, which we're really grateful for. And if you feel the need to get yourself a
links in the description or at the bottom of the page.
If you feel the need to get yourself a gun stock, we highly recommend All in VR, and not because they've affiliated with us or we've affiliated with them, because we had the gun stock before that relationship.
Before we even started.
And I absolutely love that gun stock. I just find it so easy and intuitive to use. But the point I'm trying to make is, we didn't go out and plan this. It all just sort of came together. And I love that. I really do love it, because number one, and I'll say this without any malice to anybody who is, it's not all about the money for us. It's not about getting sponsorship. It's not about ad revenue. It's not about bits. It's about building a community around something that we thoroughly love and enjoy. Yeah. And all of those other little bits and pieces that you talk about, the bits, the little bit of ad revenue, the little bit of affiliate fee, and that just pays to keep the lights on, which means that we're not dipping into our personal pockets to do what we do.
Absolutely. Yeah. And hopefully you'll see, and I'm going to get to this in a minute, boys and girls, because Bravo 2 hasn't noticed yet, but I have. And you'll see, if you give the Bravo team an idea, we do stupid things like this.
Like we followed
Do you know what I mean? We don't do things by half. We get all the props. We build this kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? We just like
we chase around the country to get a copy of an RC.
Yeah. So I just want to say a massive thank you and congratulations, Bravo 2. We've just hit 300 followers on Twitch. Sage has just followed. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys.
This is the reason again that we do it. As you can see, Bravo 2 spent all of the budget on props. I spent all the budget on that new camera. Have we even got the receipt for the camera?
It's over there somewhere.
For the accountant.
It's over there somewhere.
Because he's knocking on the door. He's got his briefcase. It don't look too good. Jacob with the 100 bits, brother. You don't need to. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate it. And the dance off for the bits. Last
Wednesday evening
was it Wednesday?
Was it? Yeah.
No, it was the end of Sunday stream.
Oh, Sunday stream, right? Yes.
The dance off, and I will.
Oh yeah, we won't mention Wednesday.
No, we won't mention.
It was Sunday stream, yeah.
The dance off at the end of the thing, and again, we appreciate it. Again, it is just all stupidity and fun. It's all it is. We appreciate every single one of you that does the subscription. If you don't want the ads, that does the bits and stuff. It's all just fun.
So I hear you. Again, you know, it's a personal opinion of mine. I'm not for 1 minute suggesting that. I'm not for 1 minute suggesting that they're going to do that. But
just wait 1 second, Jacob. Please don't. We can't. We have no audio. We have no audio cues. We're working on visual only. Please don't put the bits in to do the dance because we can't dance live.
We can't dance live. We don't know that it's playing.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but please don't invest the bits today. Wait till we're on stream if that is something that you want to do.
Yeah. So we can dance when we're on stream, but we can't hear it. Everything that we're doing today is visual.
It's visual only.
Yeah.
Sorry,
but appreciate it. We really
appreciate
it. Thank you. Yeah. Why I keep looking at this camera? It's
because you're used to doing it on the
the
computers. That's the thing.
Yeah. So, thank you, guys. Where were we? Yeah, I was saying, Sal, I appreciate what you're saying, and I do get it, and I'm not for 1 minute suggesting that Cavemen are going to do that. It's just I personally think it's a good idea. I personally think that, you know, if it wasn't a subscription model, they would be able to work harder on it. I personally wouldn't mind paying a subscription. I know there are some people that would have an issue with it, and there are some people who would have no problem at all. But yeah.
So Gaming Dad VR says have a screen behind me. Gaming Dad, we've got screens absolutely everywhere, but we just can't have the audio because we've got audio routed through all kinds of different things here.
It wouldn't be impossible to do it, but we're not set up for it right now.
Not right now. So we will make efforts.
It wouldn't be impossible to do it.
Having audio and stuff. And we need a bit more room to do the dancing. I mean, it might not look like
it would have to be. No, it would have to be chair dancing because the camera.
That's
although having said that, I have got a pan and tilt camera.
It's connected to the tripod with an elastic band. That's how high tech we are. The camera that we got doesn't even have a tripod connection to it. So
Bravo 1, right this minute, Bravo 1, take a photograph of the room and post it in the Discord.
Oh, hang on. Rhythm Keeper. Hype Train.
What?
Hype Train. Rhythm. The absolute G.
We can't.
How many subs is that? Gifting 5 tier 1 subs.
Oh my God.
And Hulk Legs. Is that Hulk Legs has gifted sub? Hulk Legs has gifted 5 subs as well. Amazing, guys. Amazing. Absolute W for these guys.
Well done, guys.
Again, we've got a hype train going now, so we've got to.
I can't hear anything, so we can mime. We can mime.
We can do the locomotion.
I'll do the Donald Trump. Yeah.
Absolutely unbelievable. Absolutely unexpected. We appreciate that, guys. Level 3 hype train. Kuva's gifting subs now. Mr. Crinkle's got it. 100% hype train. Well, again, this is like leveling up. This is like leveling up. Appreciate the gift of Midlife Mercs is gifting subs now, guys. We can't dance. We can't dance. We've got. You see, the audio is just not there.
We haven't got it.
We feel really bad, guys. We feel really bad here. We feel really bad.
What if you open up Twitch on your phone?
If I open up Twitch, are we going to get an echo?
Hold up a second, guys. What if you open up Twitch?
We're going to get an echo. We're going to get an echo.
We will. We'll get an echo. It'll echo down the mic. But I think, you know, maybe next time we'll try and look at the audio and see what we can do. It will depend on what value you got for the subscription, right? Okay, I get that, Jacob. I appreciate that, but like I said, different people would be happy to subscribe at different levels, you know. And
Jacob's gifting subs as well now, and Cheesecake Lord's got it. Where's Cheesecake? We've not seen Cheesecake Lord for a while. I've not seen him streaming either. Hope he's all good.
I'm an old school gamer.
Cheesecake Lord's in now. Is he? What is this? Some kind of Matrix kind of thing? We appreciate you guys. The bits are flowing. Like I say, we lost for words at the minute because we have no audio. We're just going to have to try and do it.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, I'm just reading that, and it's like, you know, I'm an old school gamer. I don't like subscriptions. Let me play the game I've paid for, and that's it. If it's sub-based, I'm not interested in giving money to people to play the game if I don't continue to pay. I guess I see it as renting the game, and I don't even like how games are going non-physical copies. You know what? The non-physical copies, in my view, is a good thing because you get the constant updates. If you've got an old DVD or a Blu-ray or whatever they put them on these days, buying discs or whatever for whatever game station that you're using, whatever platform you're using, then it's solid on that piece of you know, whether it's a disc or a drive or whatever it is. Whereas when it's in the cloud, when it's actually delivered to you electronically, all of the updates can be just pumped through. As soon as something is sorted, fixed or added, or you know, it can all just be done live. So I have no issue with them going digital at all. But look, you know, again, I'm not trying to what's the word? I appreciate different people will have different opinions when it comes to subscriptions. I'm just thinking, I personally, for something that I enjoy, I wouldn't have an issue with it.
You will notice that everything in life at the minute is becoming subscription based. Everything in life, down to even your cars and your motor vehicles, your automobiles, or whatever. I don't know what. You're having to pay subscriptions for things like adaptive headlights and fancy onboard Wi-Fi and lane assist. People, and I know BMW have got a subscription-based service to the car has the features, but you've got to pay to unlock it.
Did you say hello to GamerDad?
GamerDad, yes, I'm sure I gave a shout out to GamerDad. If not GamerDad, I apologise. So,
Jay, cool. Appreciate that. I'm guessing you saw that comment.
What's that?
You're probably the reason I'm still playing the game.
Yeah, and we appreciate that, Jacob, because Jacob was going to put the game down, and then he got involved with the Bravo team, which I encourage anyone to do. Like I say, we're not like the most elite gamers. We're just here to create a bit of stupidity, have some fun.
If you're sitting out there and you're new to us and you're thinking, what are these two idiots going on about? That's what you get, right? That's what you get in game. We are just two guys, as you can see, one old gits, one nearly old gits, and we just enjoy the game. We enjoy having a bit of fun. Our motto is no skill is no issue.
Absolutely.
And the bottom line is, certainly in this chair, there is no skill. I have no qualms about saying that I am carried 98% of the time by this gentleman over here. He carries me around those maps. But I have a hell of a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. And that's what it's about. Yeah,
absolutely. And to have met so many people and to share these experiences with so many people we would have never imagined being involved or meeting you guys out there, and it just we never thought it'd get to the point it was at 6 months ago to the point that it's at now, when it's actually starting to get a little bit.
But I think the point I was trying to get to is, if you're sitting out there, if you're sitting out there and you're new to us, jump in. Give us a follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, but jump into the Discord and get to know us, because we have an immense amount of fun, and all of the Bravo team in the Discord have an immense amount of fun. They run together, they share tasks, they share items within the game.
They die.
Different levels help different levels. We've got some fantastic solo players in the team.
I have to say, we have some of the best solo
players. We've got some really good solo players in the game. We've got some grumpy old gits in the game as well. But we just thoroughly enjoy the game, and we enjoy one another's company. And it's all about a good attitude. It's all about a good approach to it. It's all about, we're not, there's no rage. Well, unless Wednesday night, there's no rage. There's no egos. There's no attitude.
That was knowing when to put the game down. That was knowing when to stop.
Your mental health was at risk.
It was.
But yeah, so that's my little rant about that. But look, just come and experience it.
So Cheesecake says, what do you guys think of $20 for the DLC? It's the hot topic of the day, Cheesecake.
I personally don't have a problem with it.
He's bought it to support the game, but not a lot of people can afford it, and that is completely understandable. Specifically just for a new skin and a gun, but there is value hidden in the tasks and the quests. I'm sure I need to get my hands on it. We haven't played since Wednesday. We've been away. But as soon as I get my hands on that DLC, I'll be looking right into it. I'll be shooting through the tasks to unlock and see what the value is. And I'll say it again. I will give my opinion. If you're on the fence about it, hold fire. We'll do the testing and we'll feed it back. There's got to be some value in there. There's got to be.
Nietzsche wants you to stand up and twerk.
No, I'm not doing that.
I'm a little bit behind on the stream, so give me just a second.
No worries. Jay Colin, #1 fan of train conductors, hype train conductors, all aboard. Again, we had to just change the hype train audio because there was a little bit of a question mark raised on YouTube about it, but now we're all compliant. Legs is looking forward to Sunday. It will be.
Ash, good afternoon for you. Good evening from us. Legs, least I could do for all the support you give us. All right, I appreciate that, Legs. Really do appreciate that.
Yeah, Gamer Dad, it only has value. It only has value that you give it if you enjoy the new skins and the revolver. It's worth it to you. Exactly. Everything has different value. Like again, I'm supporting the game as well, guys. Don't forget that. Yeah, we did say earlier, Cheesecake, that we'd not seen you for a while. I hope it's all good with the new baby man. Congratulations. It's a very, very interesting part of life, that is. The first few months of that. So congratulations from us, my man. We hope to see you on stream again soon. We did just said that we've not seen you for a while.
Yeah.
Good to see you pop up. And then all of a sudden, like a genie.
I know, it was like you manifested it.
Manifested. It's like a genie popping out of one of these.
Bravo one, I have just made a decision.
Go on.
And I've sat here thinking, how can I let you know that I've made a decision without alerting everybody? But I can't. So I'm just going to say it out loud, and you can beat me up over it later. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to give away 2 DLCs on Sunday.
I'd already thought of it, and I wasn't going to say anything to you.
Okay. I think it's just...
I think it's... Yeah.
So, if you are interested in winning one of 2 DLCs, we will be we'll figure out the mechanism between now and Sunday. We'll figure out the mechanism,
Yeah,
but
okay.
we will give away 2 DLCs on Sunday. And it will be open to everybody, not just the people running with us.
No, it will
Yeah.
be. This is not going to be specifically based on the stream. It
will be open to everybody.
It will be open to everybody.
Yeah.
It will,
But we'll figure out that
it all
we're
out.
genuinely,
So, 2
genuinely,
DLCs up for grabs.
not
on Sunday.
planned, just thinking about it. So we've just put it out there. We will figure out the mechanism. We'll figure out how we do it. We'll talk about that between us. But Sunday we're going to give away 2 DLCs. So you'll have an opportunity to experience the DLCs.
So Gamer says, Dad says, I'm doing a giveaway, and Metasuki has 3 DLCs to give away. So if you can't afford it, get in the giveaways and I can help you solve it. Again, Gamer Dad, the giveaways
Absolutely.
are an absolutely phenomenal way of
Yeah.
getting these things out to people that perhaps can't afford it or are on the fence about it. And if you're doing that, mate, that's amazing. Like I say, we're going to be giving away 2 on Sunday. We'll figure out the logistics. Sorry, Bravo 2 will figure out the logistics and will let me know so that I can make sure that the streams are prepped and ready on Sunday. So 2 DLCs, guys. Just like I say, just as a why not? Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. Excellent.
So on that bombshell, shall we give it a couple more minutes just for random chit chat and we'll call it a night? Because it's 10 p.m. I've got at least 3 hours before I'm home. How long have we been live for?
I'm not far behind. This has been a good one. We were a little bit late, though.
We were late. Like I said, I'm not worried. I'm just concerned about obviously what time I'm going to be getting home at. That's all. I'll quite happily stay and chill for a bit. Gamer Dad, please don't go down this road. Please don't go down this road. There's been a few.
J. Cool thought I was going to give in to. I am not giving in to the fridge sock yet,
guys.
No, hey, no.
The fridge socks again. That one's clean.
You know I'm going to have to blur those out.
We're live, and you can't blur it. You can't blur it. The fridge socks are coming to the merch store. Midlife. What's the web address? You know the web address more than me.
It's www. Because I'm old. Yeah. Midlife. I almost gave away the day job. midlifemercs.com/shop. Now we understand that there's some issue with international, but we will deal with that after the stream. I will get that resolved after the stream. So yeah, but the sock will not be coming to the store.
It definitely will be coming to the store. The socks will be. I am going to make sure. I'm going to make it my mission that the fridge socks come to the store.
We'll see.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen, guys.
We'll see.
Is B1 trying to join the Baldy clan? No, I've just actually had my hair cut. Big Charles! Pre-worn by Bravo 1? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Pre-worn by
Big C.
We're not going to go down that road. Big Charles, great to see you out there, brother. You've hit us at the very end, mate. We're going to be giving away 2 DLCs on Sunday.
We are literally wrapping it up. So I think, on that note, we are the Midlife Mercenaries, Oscar Bravo 1 and Oscar Bravo 2. You will have heard this before. We regularly stream 3 times in the week. We schedule our streams 3 times in the week.
Like a broken record.
On a Monday evening, we do our midlife missions. That's when Bravo 1 and myself do our own tasks. On a Wednesday evening, we run with our moderators and occasionally with some other content creators. And then on a Sunday, we have what we call our Community Chaos runs. And Community Chaos is all about you guys. We get to run and help you because we act as security, and anything we find in raid is yours, should you want it. Any keys that are run are yours. Any tasks that need doing, we will help you to complete them. That's what our Community Chaos Sunday is all about. The way to get involved with that is, first of all, you must be either a subscriber on YouTube, a follower on Twitch. Neither of those cost you anything. Once you have done that, jump into the Discord, make yourself known in the Discord. Let us know who you are, whereabouts in the game you are. But then watch out for the list that goes live on a Saturday afternoon. On a Saturday afternoon, sometime after midday, Bravo One will put the list live. The first 7 people to get their names on the list are guaranteed to run with us on the Sunday. There is then a reserve list. If you don't make it onto the first 7, please do join the reserve list, because occasionally people can't make it for various different reasons, family commitments or whatever, work gets in the way, so they can't make it, having put their name on the original list. And at that point, we'll go across to the reserve list. So there's still an opportunity that you may get to run.
It does happen.
Yeah. So those are our scheduled runs during the week. We do occasionally have ad hoc runs as well. We also have some long form video content on YouTube for your enjoyment. We have lots of short form content on YouTube for your enjoyment also. And the podcast each month. I think with that said,
we're going to go and raid somebody. So I'm going to do this live while we're on stream so we can see how it goes. So guys over on Twitch, we are going to raid somebody. Somebody says Shaven's on.
While Bravo One is raiding somebody, I want to say thank you very much, everybody who's out there. If you've contributed a question either into the Discord or you've done one online, thank you very much. It helps us to help you. If you've just been there viewing, then great. The support's been fantastic. Those of you who have done bits, who have done hype trains, who have done subscriptions and everything, we really do genuinely appreciate every single bit of it. Thank you. And again, sorry that we didn't have the audio, because normally, as you know, on stream, when this type of thing happened, we do a bit of a silly dance. But we'll try and maybe get that resolved for the future.
It wasn't just a dance; it was a full-on rave.
A rave.
In fact, and what I'll do
last week was
I will extend the audio clip, so it is literally a full-on audio clip, and then it will be a mega raid.
So, as I was saying, thank you all for everything that you guys do, because we wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you. We are genuinely just two old gits who enjoy this game and enjoy the community that's building around the game. And we've met some fantastic people, and you're one of them.
Shaven, raiding coming. That didn't work. Shaven, raiding coming. So let's see. Got 9 viewers ready to raid, 11 viewers ready to raid, 13 viewers, 14. Come on, viewers, 15. 15 viewers ready to raid. Shaven. Everybody, we'll see you.
Take it easy, guys. Thank you very much for your time and your attention. Love you all.